BB is at D25 Woodlands area. Today we are at Fu Shan Garden, just minutes away from Woodlands MRT. This is a very large garden seated amidst the HDB blocks. Nice serene hilltop view, nice barbecue pits and sitting areas. We are going to show you today a jumbo executive apartment flat that is standing at 192 square meters, 2066 square feet. This is a huge space, perfect for multi-generational living or rental room strategy. And at this point, there's only 1 out of 2 in Singapore that you can find asking below $1.2 million. And if you are keen to find out more, definitely stay tuned on this BB tour to have a look at this incredible, rare opportunity. Let's go! Before we begin the home tour, let's start with some BB facts. Our unit is at 830 Woodlands 83 and the lease start date is 1994 with a remaining lease of 69 years left. So this block consists of 12 3-room units, 8 4-room units and 45 executive units. The unit we're standing here today is a top floor, north-south facing, door-to-door unit with only 2 units on this level, and we are 7 to 9 minutes walk away from Woodlands MRT, 1 bus stop away from Woodlands MRT and MOT MRT. If you drive, we are conveniently linked up to the SLE via Woodlands Avenue 2. So right now, let's move on to the BB floor plan analysis. This unit consists of 5 bedrooms. The main bedroom is originally segmented to 2 separate spaces in the original floor plan, and the current owner has walled up the middle wall to make it 2 rooms. There's 3 bathrooms, 2 of which are ensuite baths, and for the bathroom for the master room, the owner has made an opening in the wall to make it a Jack and Jill format. There are separate living and dining room spaces, a family room which you can use for entertainment, or separate living room space for the other side of the house. There's 2 balconies, one is a part of the entranceway, and the other one is the service balcony which can be used as a yard space too. There's 1 kitchen which is accessible by both half of the house, rectangular format, so that the rear can also be used as a yard space. The owner has sealed off this wall so that they can have more privacy for their own families living and their tenants living. This unit is served by 2 entrances from the main balcony walkway, one allowing you to step straight into the dining and another accessible to the living room. The owner is occupying it with a comfortable enough space yet still renting 2 other rooms out. This enables for a dual entrance concept which these days you would have to pay a premium for. So our unit here is standing at the top floor, north-south facing, and there's only 2 units on this level, door to door with your neighbour. You're sharing a very nice, big, spacious staircase airwell, and the lift here is only used by you and your neighbour. So this means you have more privacy because right now we only have 1 immediate neighbour. Stepping in the unit, what I like about here is there's a long, generous entranceway that leads to 2 different entrances that segregates the different side of the house. One leads to the main living area for the owner and the other is clearly segregated for the tenants. Here is a very well-lit environment and the owner here has actually punched through the windows so that he can let in more airflow. It brings a lot of light into the house, but it also segregates and gives you that layer of privacy so that you don't have a direct view to your neighbours and people from outside the house. This is the main entrance, one of the 2 entrances that you can enter the house, and there are storage spaces here that you can put your shoes. You can even put a sitting area here and all your shoes over here so that your guests can just really put down their things here, even your bicycles or your strollers or anything like that, so that it doesn't clutter the house and you just comfortably enter the house in with a whole new different space. If you are like this family and choose the bigger side of the house for your main stay, what is good about it is this longer distance away from the second entrance and the main way entrance door. So talking about 2 entrances, one of the renovation idea we have here is to glass up the wall that's segregating these 2 spaces and also along the entranceway originally on my left, and this will give you a more private dual key concept which most owners have to pay a premium for. There's also a couple of other ways that you can beautify the area, such as making beautiful toe lights around the entranceway, pebbled walkways and separate spaces for shoe storage for your own family and your tenants. Right now we are in the living room. As you can see, the living room area is really huge. This is the biggest room in the house. The owner has used it for his own living rooms as well as the dining room table that you can even sit up to an 8-seater over here. This living room is perfect to host your family and friends and your gatherings. What I love about this unit is that it's very well lit and owner has built up a very nice TV console here which you can use it already on the get-go. On normal days, you can really feel the breeze coming in through here from the window here right all the way to the back of the kitchen where that the wind can flow out from there. This living room is so huge, you can actually carve out a part of the living room space to make a room for your rental and yet still retain your dining room function here or your hosting space over the other side of the house if you and your family do not require such a huge space. This is as a north-south facing, you are shielded away from direct sun and the MRT is just right beside you. So although we see the MRT tracks right in front of us, the decibel rating here is only about 60 plus, which is a normal conversation between two people. If you take a pause and notice the train moving across outside your house, the sound is actually not a lot. It only increases the decibel rating of about 5. If you prefer a quieter space, there are definitely solutions out there to make it a non-issue for you and your family. One way is to install double glazed windows or insulated windows. Short introduction about jumbo executive flats. HDB phased out construction of executive flats in the early 2000s. You can still find them in the resale market, but considering that only 2,900 of flats out of more than 1 million of flats here in Singapore, these are becoming increasingly rare due to the high demand for bigger housing in Singapore. If you look at the 5-room executive or 3-gen flats these days, this only ranges about 110 to 120 square meters, and these form approximately only about 20% of the pool here of flats. These are already very popular, whereas the flats above 120 square meters are even less common. Jumbo executive apartment flats in particular just form about 0.3% of the mix in Singapore, and about 0.0485% of the jumbo flat are located within Yishun and Woodlands area. So 192 square meters or 2066 square feet is extremely rare nowadays, with HDB sizes getting smaller, people now valuing size much more due to the work from home or post-COVID effect. For this reason, we see that this unit is all the more poised for an incredible opportunity, especially if you are looking at a big size HDB flat for you and your family. Right now at this point of filming, units above 2,000 square feet like this is available in the market right now, asking between $1.099 to $1.2 million. Ours is standing at 2066 square feet, asking for $1.18 million negotiable. Now before we move on to the rest of the home tour, let's touch on the BB location analysis. So Woodlands is known for its bang for buck location. Not only is it near JB, where Singaporeans love to go for shopping and for food, it's a vibrant self-contained township which provides the convenience of enabling residents to work and play. It has well-developed infrastructure with plenty of shopping mall options here, including schools and other amenities. One of the more exciting things about Woodlands is it's in the midst of undergoing major transformation, and one of the exciting developments on the horizon is the Rapid Transit System, RTS. Imagine the convenience of hopping onto a train and being in Malaysia in just minutes. This enhancement in cross-border travel makes Woodlands an even more attractive location for both residents and landlords. Some of the more prominent ones are Causeway Point, Wood Square Mall, and Kampong MOT, amongst many others. In terms of getting our groceries, we have 2 supermarkets very near us. The nearest FairPrice is further down along Woodlands Avenue 7 towards Woodlands Avenue 4, and the nearest Giant is at Woodlands North Plaza. Both are less than 8 minutes walk away. So if you are a family unit here or you're looking to build up your family over here in Woodlands area, you'll be glad to know there are a good number of schools nearby, primary schools, secondary schools, and even post-secondary schools. Let's look at the kitchen. The kitchen is tiled up with a very nice vinyl flooring, really elongated space, more than enough space for your whole family to help you out with your dishwashing and your cooking and all your kitchen activities right here. The carpentry and top are relatively well maintained, and over here there's even more space to put a double fridge door, even construct more tabletop space if you need more preparation space in your kitchen. Right at the end of the kitchen, I really feel the breeze coming in here is so cooling. You can see the toilet here that the owner has actually hacked this wall so that there's a Jack and Jill fashion shared with the master for the WC, wet area, and also the dry area of the toilet. The owner has very nicely done up a tile wall and is pretty well maintained with a window outlet over there for even more airflow to keep the toilet dry. On the other half of the toilet, you see the toilet is so huge you can halve it up and still feels very spacious. Again, one more extra window here to allow additional airflow coming in. Tiled up walls, pretty well maintained, and this links right up to your master bedroom. The master bedroom here is also very spacious, enough to store a king-size bed with 2 side tables for your bed. Originally, this room is linked to the other side, but the owner has chosen to segregate this space and close off the wall so that he can have an additional room for his study. The owner has done a sliding door, floor to height ceiling wardrobe, ample of space, nicely laminated with the wooden theme for his main door and the wardrobe as well. So walking to this side of the house, you are greeted by two rooms on my left and right, and you have also storage room here to store all your belongings. This room on my right originally is the master room, but the owner has sealed it up and made his study room. You can use this as your entertainment room or your kids' playroom. You can even make it a bedroom as well. So this room is really long and versatile. You can put your wardrobe here, or you can put an L-shaped wardrobe, and still you have enough space for your bed frame tucked over near to the window. This is the designated dining area of the house. This is really huge. You can actually have a separate dining area here for your guests, while at the same time the other half of your family enjoying their own chill time over at the living room area. So there are many ways to do up this area to be more cozy. Not only do you have a sliding door that is enclosable, the entrance doorway that you can also enclose it up. You can configure this space so that once your guests come in, they can immediately sit down comfortably on the dining table and potentially help themselves up with the half-height console here containing your dry pantry goods, or a modular console over the other side to help themselves with the spread of buffet dishes that you have catered for them. This family room designated area is versatile and you can use it for your entertainment area for your kids. Your kids can play with their friends here while you can quietly host your guests in the dining room or at the living room area. Alternatively, because it's linked to a second service balcony right at the back, you can actually do up this area as a kitchenette to prep your food for your guests as well. Or for your tenants to separately prepare their food over here so that they do not need to share the main kitchen with you and your family. Beside this dining and family room zoned area, you have two rooms on my left, and I'm stepping into the first room. The room here is actually big enough to store a king-size bed with side tables and build up personalized carpentry wardrobe space on my left. And what I like about this room is very bright, and you have a window over there which allows even more airflow to come in as well. So this is the second room that the owner has chose to tenant out. It's really huge as well. It's enough to store your king-size bed and study tables and additional wardrobe space without you feeling that it's really small. What I like about this room is that you have a private ensuite bathroom over right at the corner, and you also have a window here allowing access for wind and light into the room. Right beside this family area, the owner has actually done up a makeshift kitchenette. He has done a vinyl flooring tiles for this area, and you also have an additional WC right at the end. Stepping on this one other room to the left of the storeroom, you see that it's really spacious. It's enough to fit one bed, one study, and even a TV console right here. It shares the same southward facing as the living room, and you can still do up this room with additional wardrobe or storage for your purposes and still feel that the room is spacious enough for you. Woodlands is in the midst of significant transformation, and there are plans to develop Woodlands into a waterfront township and key commercial hub in the north. Within the next 15 years, Woodlands Regional Centre will be developed, and this includes Woodlands North Coast Precinct, providing an expansive work and play waterfront for SMEs and MNCs alike. Woodlands Central will also be developed, and this will be well connected to Woodlands North Coast, a major commercial node offering retail, residential, F&B, and many other mixed-use amenities, creating more job opportunities and enhance the overall living environment. This overall will increase demand for housing, making properties in Woodlands Estate more sought after than before. From the further mixed-use developments to the development of transport links, it is clear that Woodlands is poised for growth. So if you invest in a rare and large size property here, it means that you are not only buying a home, but also a stake in the near future. Now let's move on to the BB financial analysis. Assuming you're a 30-year-old couple, one child, and you intend for both your parents to stay with you in a multi-generational format, and let's say your average household monthly income is $14,000 with $7,000 per person, for a purchase price of $1.18 million, you expect 25% cash and CPF amounting to $295,000, a 75% loan to value at 2.6%, and assuming the remaining 75% you're going to loan it, that will make up about $885,000 for a 25-year loan of 2.6% interest rate rate that will amount to about $4,000 of mortgage loan per month. If you are a first-time couple, you are entitled to 50k of family grant and 30k of proximity grant since you are staying with your parents. Now note that the first 5 years of minimum occupation period, you cannot rent your whole house, but you can rent your rooms, and up to a maximum occupancy of 8 unrelated people, inclusive of your family members. So for now, let's say you and your family only need 3 rooms. For you, your child and your parents, you can rent out 2 other rooms. Let's say you rent out one room that has the ensuite bathroom for $1,000 and the other common room for $800, you can get 1.8k cash. So $4,000 of your monthly mortgage repayment, $3,000 can be paid through your CPF. Then you are left with $1,000. If you take your rental of 1.8k, effectively you have $800 of positive cash flow for you and your family to spend on your lifestyle needs. So thank you for staying with us throughout this home tour. If you enjoyed what you've seen so far, do remember to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. We are also available on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. My name is Ethan, bleubricks by PropertyLimBrothers, always happy to show you the place. Okay, again. Go. Why are you giving him the looks? Okay. The doors. PropertyLimBrothers.
Bleubricks by PropertyLimBrothers.
Okay, again.
Everything.
Yeah.